Hi, Ed here, and hope everything is going great for you today. I want to extend the tip from yesterday. I want to talk about. Um, so yesterday we were talking about not defending when somebody says something that is like they're angry about something, or they're upset, or they're fearful about something. What you're trying to do is to one of the things you're trying to do is not like have to defend who you are as a person. It's really important that you send the message to your unconscious that you're a good person, that you have good intentions, you're lovable, you belong on this earth, and that you matter. And so, one of the ways you do that is to differentiate your experience from another person's experience. In the end, I believe we're all connected. We need to support each other. And it's really useful in relationships in this human experience to honor that whatever my history is my history. It's not yours. You may have a totally different perspective about something, and I may have a different perspective. And what we want to do is honor that. 99% of the time when somebody's upset, it's coming from an early childhood memory that got imprinted into their nervous system, and it's getting activated. And they literally in that moment don't have the mature neural circuitry to handle it differently unless they've been trained to do that. So unfortunately, couples need to sort that out, and that's why I do the work I do and why I'm sharing with you this. So let's extend this concept of differentiation. So phrases like what I'm hearing you say, or I'm having these thoughts, or I'm assuming that means, those kinds of phrases allow you to be curious about the person's attack rather than to defend. So if I say to you, like if we extend yesterday's conversation, it was, I don't like it when you flirt when we go to a party. And then you might look and say, well, I hear this word flirting. I think it means that you think that I'm trying to pull men and get attention from other men. Does that sound true? So if you hear my voice, there's curiosity. I'm not giving a long drawn out explanation. I'm not defending at all. I'm just saying, okay, so flirting, what does flirting mean to this guy, Ed? So you're really investigating, you're checking things out. And then simultaneously as you hear the answer, you want to ask yourself, does that feel true or not? Or is there a misinterpretation going on? Or maybe he's pointing out something I didn't realize I was even doing. So all of those are potential options. I like to default to, let's say I was the one flirting. I would check in, I'd go, well, what part of her attack on me or her fear of me being a flirtatious person, what am I doing that might be contributing to that? And that will lead me to my unconscious pattern that maybe she's picking up on, but she doesn't know how to name it. Well, I have that opportunity in that moment to say, I could see why you would think I'm flirting because part of me really likes that attention. And just so you know, I don't have any like sexual intentions, but I do like the attention of that female looking at me, laughing at me, smiling at me, and I could see why that would upset you. And I want you to know that in the future, I will not do that. So there's an example where I reflect, and I go, oh, I could see why she'd be thinking that because here's what's going on in me. And maybe at the moment I didn't even realize it. But I also want to take ownership, and I also want to use this person's feedback as an opportunity to grow in myself. So the minute we get defensive, we stop growing. We shut down the communication channel. So my encouragement to you is to be curious, to be open, to ask questions, and then even go one step further and say, oh, I can see why they'd be thinking that. Here's what I'm doing. So hope that's helpful. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, put your questions below. And if you got questions, let me know, or other topics you'd like to know about, just put them down below and I will take them up for consideration. Thanks, and look forward to reading your comments.